Central America is a backpacker's paradise. The region not only offers everything from Mayan ruins to stunning beaches, volcanoes, and jungle adventures, but it's also very cheap to travel here. The following are some ideas that will help you have the best backpacking trips in the region. While booking your accommodation, ahead can restrict you. There are times when it's better to know that there's a room waiting for you at your destination. Usually it's quite easy to find cheap accommodation, especially during the rainy season. However, you may want to book ahead for that first night after a long flight or bus trip. It's also wise to book ahead for Holy Week, especially in places that are famous for their celebrations, such as Antigua in Guatemala. There is a definite gringo trail through Central America, and it's often defined by the guidebooks. However, stray off the beaten track and you'll have a much richer experience. For instance, don't only visit El Tunco in El Salvador, but spend some time in the east or in the lovely towns of the Western Highlands too. Share tips with other travelers along the way, and you'll find some real gems no guidebook knows about. The quintessential Central American travel experience is the chicken bus. These buses are cheap and often safer than shuttles that scream tourists with money and iPods. For longer journeys, however, they can be very uncomfortable, and you may prefer a tourist shuttle or a first-class bus. While Central America has a high rate of crime and violence, this shouldn't deter you from visiting the region. Tourists are generally quite safe as long as they're sensible and take the usual precautions. You wouldn't walk alone at night through the bad part of your hometown, so it would be a stupid thing to do in a foreign country. Heed the locals' warnings about areas to avoid and don't get involved in illegal activities, and you should be safe. Be responsible and respectful. This not only means that you should be environmentally and socially responsible, it also means that you should stay away from drugs. Drugs are very easy to find throughout the region, but when you support the drug trade, you also support and perpetuate the gang violence and corruption that come with it. It's also good to remember that most Central American communities are quite conservative, and you will show respect by dressing modestly. Spend some time at a volunteer project. Central America has a wealth of projects that welcome volunteers, from saving sea turtles in Costa Rica to teaching English to poor communities everywhere. Volunteering not only gives back to the region, but you'll find that it's a life-changing experience for you too. Learn at least some Spanish. You'll find English speakers in the most surprising places, but with the exception of Belize and all along the Caribbean coast, most people in Central America speak Spanish. Learn at least the basics to make your travel experience easier and to show respect towards the region's people. In fact, you may want to consider going to a local Spanish school for a week or two to help you prepare for one of the best backpacking trips of your life.